Couple of years ago, I was at a very low point of my life. I felt like my life was going nowhere and I got absolutely no satisfaction out of my job. Actually, it was more like sucking everything out of me, and it eventually led into a sort of a collapse. And after I got through the worst of that, it also led me into thinking how I would like to lead the rest of my life and what I would actually get some enjoyment out of doing. And I realized I'd always been drawn to creative pursuits like drawing or photography, but I never felt like I had enough skill to make anything more than a hobby out of it. And then I started thinking that's really what school is about. So I applied to and got in to study to become a metal artisan. And I decided to focus on creating jewelry. I guess it sort of drew a jack of all trades like myself, because you can use almost any kind of material and create something with that. In handicrafts, metal casting became one of my favorite tools to use. The way you can take solid metal, turn it into a liquid, and then pour it into the mold, and you get exact copies of whatever you put in there or the molds and models you created. It's pretty fascinating to me. With the investment casting, it's precise enough to actually recreate even a fingerprint if you have it on the final model. Besides handicrafts, I also studied digital fabrication. I went to Iceland for an exchange to FabLab Ísafjörður. Over there, I studied, amongst other things, laser cutting, CNC machinery, and 3D printing and 3D modeling actually became pretty much my favorite subject. I find that really cool how you can create something digital on a computer and print it out, and then you have an actual real-life product in your hands. When you combine digital and organic together, you get something new again that's created from two different things, and there's a contrast between them that fascinates me. Organic materials are really interesting to use because there are no two exact same acorns around. You can use the same materials and still end up with a fairly different product. And with casting, you get the exact shapes and surfaces on the metal product. Nature is something I've always been inspired by, and I've been especially drawn to exploring smaller details, like patterns of veins on a leaf or an insect's wing. And I think that's something you can definitely spot on my work. And I also like the contrast of using digital methods to create something that is also organic at the same time. I find satisfaction in expressing myself in this way, and I just hope to bring something beautiful to life and maybe bring something beautiful to someone else's life as well.